What's poppin', what's pimpin'? I really hope you boys and girls are out there simping. It's your boy G Smooth giving y'all urban news you can use so you don't get confused with that moist shit out there on the tube. Live from the DF Dub in the Lone Star because I'm flying like a beetle bug in my own car. Shit, man. I got the Paunchy players in the building. I got my brother Young Low, my brother A City in this motherfucker. And
What up?
Y'all say what's up to the people, man.
What's happening?
What up? Paunchy player Ink in the building. Paunchy player Ink in the building. Young Lee's A City. G Smooth, what it do?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, before we get into these topics, bro, we talking about the riots that's going on in America.
Okay.
We're talking about how they're gonna try to blame that shit on black folk that we doing all this damage. That's the second part. And then the third part gonna be Donald Trump bringing the troops and shit, the National Guard, you know what I'm saying? But before that shit, I want y'all to hear this track I got. Y'all probably already heard it. Y'all, D-Lo and A City probably heard it, but I know the people ain't heard it unless they follow the channel. But here we go, man. I should have this shit up. I'm tripping. Have you heard this yet, A City?
Yeah. I heard it yesterday, man.
Okay.
Yeah, this shit clean.
I wrote a cold ass verse to that bitch, dog.
You wrote the verse before the hook, huh?
Yeah, I ain't writing no hook.
Yeah.
I should have. Then I would have knew what kind of verse to write, but I just felt like putting a style together. But then I like the verse, but I don't like the verse. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm rapping too
like.
I don't know. It's that verse you let me hear on the phone. Yeah. You let me hear that verse on the phone. It was dope.
Like that, hoe?
Yep.
I let y'all hear what I got. And I ain't even got that bitch down, but that's what I got so far. Now I can't wait now. I gotta get paid now. I'm making my way now. I'm running like Greyhound off of D-Town, Texas. You can see my reflection shining like a fluorescent. Nigga got me a weapon just for protection if a nigga appears. I gotta get that bitch down first, dog.
Yeah, but then you go hard though. The flow style especially.
I'm ripping that bitch the whole time though.
You ripping it up. Yeah. Look, your lungs can't handle it, bro. You gotta punch in real life.
Hey, you know I'm gonna punch in on this bitch.
You know you gotta punch in.
I can't wait now. I gotta get paid now. I'm making my way now. I'm running like Greyhound off of D-Town, Texas. You can see my reflection shining like a fluorescent. Nigga got me a weapon just a protection if the drama appears. Other than that, I'm trying to face my fears, lose it all for nothing because these boys is weird. Stay in my lane and comb my beard and eat my vegetables, smoke my vegetable, hold my testicles, so professional. I can break it slow, I can break it fast, 4-wheel drive, show a naked ass. Like I said, I got a punch in about right there.
Yeah, you gonna have to punch in, dog. You know what time it is.
Yeah, dog. But if you write a chorus to that bitch, if you and Elo write a chorus to that bitch, then I can understand somewhere to go. But, you know.
It all go, though. Anything you put on there gonna be dope, though. It don't matter. You know how it go now.
We don't have to think that hard on music no more.
Nah, I mean, rappers all over the place now. You can do, they do anything, bro. Ain't nothing out of bounds.
That's right. Hey man, cause and then Elo made me mad because he was freestyling a certain way, and I was like, bro, I say do that again, bro. I said that could be the chorus, and he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I forgot. I say, come on, dog.
I didn't say I forgot. I said that was that South flow. I said that was that South flow. It'd be easy to remember. It's just that on my slab, white tee, A1, Flintstone with a steady thumb. You know it from, you know, that flow. That little, you know what I'm saying? It was all it was. I didn't know what I was saying. That's all I was saying playing. I didn't know what I was saying. I know when you had that yep part.
You still got the
thanks, bro. But I was saying that yep part. When he was like, yep, I was like, white tee, A1s. To the young low. Yeah, I was doing that.
Yeah.
See, that's
With real words though.
You
It
gotta
was
have
real
a slow
words in it
verse,
though.
a medium verse, and then a fast verse, or any order though. It don't matter. Cause I'm gonna be animated when I rap. I'm gonna be on that. I'm gonna be
Man,
like busting rhymes and shit.
Yeah.
You know, I rapping no rules. I was rapping 24 bars before it was cool. Before
You ain't
T.I.
lying.
Wayne did.
You ain't lying.
Yeah.
He
More
was
than
like,
that.
goddamn,
More
you ain't gonna, it's
more
like
than
you ain't gonna
24.
share no beat for nobody. You ain't gonna share the rest of the beat. You damn.
Boy,
More than
loot that
24.
bitch.
Michael Jordan, that bitch. Michael Jordan didn't pass the ball to nobody.
So did.
Look, Gary, get him.
But see, the funny part was he did pass the ball to Scottie Pippen. It's just Scottie Pippen passed the bitch back to him.
Pass it back.
Yeah.
Pass it back. You
But
know,
look, Jordan would have been Jordan if he wouldn't have had Scottie Pippen. So and got
right. And Paxton.
Nigga, then when he had Dennis Rodman and Tony Kukoc, they were crazy. All right, man.
But Dennis Rodman was laying on the court. That nigga had to push Dennis Rodman off the court. Here you go.
Man, Dennis Rodman was a G though, dog. He was a funny looking G, but he was street, dog.
He a Dallas nigga too.
Yeah, he went to South Oak Cliff. He graduated 3 years after my dad.
Hey, real nigga shit though, this Zoom is dope. So if I laugh, does it grab me? So I can't laugh while you talk right. I can't laugh while you talk.
I mean, it's fine as long as you like muffle your voice or whatever. But you'll see, it'll flow, bro. It'll flow.
Yeah.
So what was the first subject?
Like
what was the first subject?
You was on point.
Okay, the first subject is the riots that's happening all around the country right now, man. And look, I can tell y'all something about our city, Dallas, you know what I'm saying? They went down and destroyed a couple of buildings, knocking down windows and setting cop cars on fire and shit. And like me and you said on the last episode, A-City, we don't think there's motherfucking regular citizens that live out here doing that bullshit. We really think it's some motherfucking agents out there or somebody that, put on the payroll to start some shit. But they destroyed a couple of things I heard yesterday in Arlington. They was fucking around in the mall. They broke in the mall or some shit. So I guess it was that 303 mall or some shit. And, was fucking up some
that
shit.
That old mall in Arlington, that Forum 303 mall.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That shit was still a mall.
What? Well, I think it's a mix. I think it's a mix of the little. They call it the what they say was on the news. What do they call it? The white supremacy group.
Oh, all right.
Anti or.
All right, nigga.
Anti-Tarifa or some shit, right? Or whatever the fuck. So that's really the feds. The same people that infiltrated Huey P. Newton at the Black Panther shit. The same people infiltrated the streets, and the same people that infiltrated the Cuban and the same people that put the crack on the streets. They can call it what they fuck has been in play. The only difference between back then and now is Instagram and Facebook.
And speaking on that, and speaking on piggybacking on that, they also did the same thing when it came down to all these wars that we be doing in the Middle East. They always making up some group and funding some group out there that's supposed to be doing something, and then they not. You know what I'm saying? Those groups don't be what we think those groups are. You hear me? Damn, I feel like man. Y'all hear. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know what I'm talking about though? Like, what was that first terrorist group that they came up with? What was the terrorist group we used to scream about all the time? They don't even talk about them no more.
Al-Qaeda.
Al-Qaeda. Come to find out, there's a lot of information on the web that lets you know that was government funded, bro. All this smoke and mirrors. But at the same time, black people do play a specific role in this because they know that we fed up. So it's hard to tell whether or not they're using us to start something globally, or if it's just what we think it is, which is just natural hate for black people and we just fed up. You never know. But one thing's for certain though, all the shit that they saying that the protesters are doing, these folks that's riding, yeah, some black people in there speckled that's doing some of that shit, of course.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of agents, and I'm gonna give you an example. Way out here where I stay, I'm like 25 miles outside the city now, maybe 30 miles outside the city. So where I'm at, it was some white folks in their houses. They were receiving these little letters stating that you need to scan this barcode and you need to donate, or Black Lives Matter is gonna come to your house and we're gonna loot your actual, in other words, do home invasions. That ain't no niggas.
What
That's
kind of
stupid.
shit? Niggas don't think
That's
no
what
shit like that.
exactly, exactly. So
Niggas
I've
ain't
been
trying
kind
to
of
get your money. We just want some justice and let us live and do our
that's
own
it.
goddamn thing.
That's it, man. Now who is the kings and queens of running all them type of scams? It ain't us, bro. We don't
Hell
run
no,
that
never
shit.
been.
Never been. If we was doing that shit, we'd be on top of the game. But just to kind of piggyback off what you said, it's a lot of people that are instigate negatively. I've seen a lot of people on my Facebook page that's on the
Elo, cut
ground
your
out there.
sound on.
I did because the reason why I muted it,
Oh,
I
okay,
did, my
yeah.
bad.
You
Cut
good?
this out the video, Flame. Cut this out the video,
No,
but I
I
muted it
can't.
because I
Let you
can't
keep
come up with
going.
a good excuse like, oh, go ahead.
No, you good. Finish up, AC.
Yeah, but along the lines of the riots, bro, like you said, and then like Elo said, it's a whole bunch of things that's going on behind the scenes that don't have nothing to do with black and white. It more so has to do with the structure of power. So you got to kind of look at that shit as a layered effect. And it's some things going on because these motherfuckers know how to pull strings. They already know they got us and they can move us because we're not really disciplined. But at the same time, everybody that's out there that's on the ground, that's doing what they're supposed to be doing, I got a lot of respect for it, whether or not it does anything or not.
Yeah.
They doing what they think is right. They doing what they think is right. And everybody that's saying that the riots are all these black people out there, that's not true. That's the first and foremost. And even
Man,
if it
it's
is
about
true,
10%. It's about 10%.
it's about 10%. And then if it is true, guess what though? Ain't it working? Ain't these white folks stepping up?
What do you think? What do you call working?
Well, what I mean is, it's bringing a lot of different groups of people together, bro. It's a lot of people.
The check they getting from George Soros is bringing them together. It ain't the cause because they wouldn't be
George
losing.
Soros? I don't even know who George Soros is.
He a billionaire.
Who George Soros?
He's a billionaire, bro. And
what he run? What he run?
Hey, I don't know what he run, but I know he be when
that nigga fuck with the Rothschilds?
Nah, bro. I don't know what he runs, but I know that when they had that when Eric Gardner got choked out and they had that Black Lives Matter and movement and they was blocking all them freeways, he paid all them people to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was wondering where all these people come from to come block the freeways up, and bam, I found out about that. So I can believe it's some of the same shit because that's
he goes under the guise that he's a philanthropist, a billionaire philanthropist.
Yeah,
and he does do stuff like that, and he may be associated with them folks that Trump called Antifa. He may be associated with that shit too. But see, you never know if you don't know if he a good guy or a bad guy.
I was just finna say that, A-City. I was just finna say that. I said, I can't say he a bad guy. I can't say he a good guy. I could just say what's going on could be out of his control. It might be other people intercepting inside that's corrupting his movement.
Right.
It could be something like that because I know downtown they had pallets of bricks, dog. Pallets of bricks right by fucking buildings. Who dropped them goddamn pallets of bricks off?
Same, and it goes back to what Elo said. Same thing back when they used to drop guns in the black neighborhoods.
Yup, drop drugs. Yeah,
drop drugs and guns. It's the same MO. And not only was that happening in Dallas, nigga, that shit was happening in Frisco, nigga. It happened way out in Frisco because you know that they done spread out the protest to small.
I don't even see how the fuck that shit. Well, why is it in Frisco?
Well, I'm gonna show you how
they spreading out. They spreading out. But go ahead, E.
I will show you how I know I saw bullshit. I understand how it's all bullshit because of this. Trump shot tear gas and cleared out a spot so he can hold a Bible up and take a picture in front of this church.
I know, right?
And he did that. Now, if it was a real threat, he wouldn't be able to do that. Correct? Or am I lying? This is the president. Shit's orchestrated.
He had snipers on the roof.
That's the whole purpose of the white guy got paid to kill the black dude. They picked George Floyd out. This shit ain't no, I'm just gonna arrest any black dude. No, they picked him out. They looked at his family. They knew what was gonna happen. Cause you gotta think, a lot of niggas died and ain't no uproar, my nigga.
That's true.
A lot of niggas died, ain't no churches, ain't no preachers, ain't no T.D. Jakes, ain't no Mayweather paying for their funeral, ain't no nigga on Instagram recorded, and they been dying since I've been little, since we all been little, nigga.
Well, they can only do
1996, nigga.
They can only do so much. They killing us like flies, nigga.
They can do a lot more. The news only look, the Crown Report, you should know for a fact, Gary. The Crown Report, right? It be deaths all over this motherfucker. They don't report it. The ones they report, the news pick the stories they're gonna take. The only reason why they picked George Floyd's story is because the shit was on
that shit blew up online.
Media.
Yeah.
Social media.
Yep.
Social media is the only reason why they niggas under horoscope. But I'm gonna show you this to show the world how they still don't give a fuck. Niggas been dying left and right. Even the cop killed the nigga in Dallas. Niggas been dying left and right, and it doesn't even matter if it's video or not. They still gonna act the same motherfucking way. But let me right now go shoot a white boy in his head. Not even that. Let me go punch a white boy one time and knock him out and he died. And watch how fast the judicial system work for me, my nigga.
30 years.
Watch how quick. It don't need to be no protest. Even though it's camera footage, they ain't even gotta show the camera footage. Nigga, I'm guilty, nigga.
30 years, nigga.
Worry about that shit. You know,
look,
and condolences go out to George Floyd and his family because they played his baby mama and his kid today.
Hey,
and they took a father away from a daughter, bro.
Hey man, let me give a shout out to Jay Prince and the Rap-A-Lot crew, man, because they all marched to the city building over there to, help bring awareness to the situation. So that
What's
was big
up,
ups, man.
I didn't hear about that. I ain't been on the line, but that's big ups. Let me give a big ups to Drake for donating $100,000 to the Black Movement charity, and let me also give thanks to Floyd Mayweather for paying for George Floyd's family funeral.
Yeah, man.
Some real shit.
Next thing is the damage that they creating. How y'all think they gonna? You think Trump gonna point the finger at us and say black folks did it? The Black Lives Matter movement did it.
I already pointed the fingers at us, and then on top
we
of
all
that,
at home.
All of that Black
Lives
Matter. I
can pull some footage up right behind me, Flame, and show. My bad, AC. I can pull some footage up right behind me and show it wasn't all black people doing no burning shit.
Oh, I've been arguing with white folks about that on my timeline all day, dog. It's been, I got so many instances where it's white folks, and then on top of that, they done already told y'all it's some kind of federal agent out there that was a police officer that was doing that. Like Flame said earlier, they've been burning shit down. They've been dropping the bricks off. They know, but see, some of these white folks, they know that ain't what the deal is, man. They just want to hang on to the fact. They don't want to accept the fact that they wrong, man. A lot of them, and I ain't talking about the ones that actually call shots. I'm talking about the ones that's in the working class like us. A lot of them, they don't want to admit, man, that they have benefited off white privilege for a long time, and they don't want to admit that what's happening to black people is wrong. And it's like I argued with one white boy today on my page. I basically told him, I said, look, man, I said, just say what you want to say and stop making excuses for it. Just say that you feel like we don't deserve nothing and we deserve death and destruction. Just say that. But all these excuses that you're making, all these reasons why that we shouldn't be doing this and we shouldn't be doing that in a country that was built off the same things that y'all are telling us not to do. I said, come on, man, just keep it real. That motherfucker told me, fuck you. He started talking to me after that.
That was the truth, though. You hit it with the truth.
Do you remember? Do y'all remember when Dave Chappelle had he had that stand-up comedy, and he was like, "Yeah, man, getting high with white folks is funny, man." He's like, "Yeah, I get high with my white buddy," and out the blue, he just walks up to the cop and be like, "Hello, I'm high, and I am lost." And he look for directions, and the motherfucking cop show him where to go. Yep. And Dave Chappelle like, "Boy, I couldn't do that shit. I get arrested right on the spot." I mean, and that's exactly how it is.
I mean, and that's he put it in a joke format, which is a good way to kind of get the word out sometimes. But at the end of the day, that shit is actually ridiculous. That it's such a difference in the way that we got to conduct ourselves in life and the way that they are privileged to conduct themselves. This shit unreal.
Nigga, we got to have all the degrees, all the licenses, all the motherfucking.
Got to do everything right.
Hey, look, a motherfucker, you a top dog doctor. The janitor is finna be over your ass because he white.
Yeah, it's possible.
He white, so now he right. He white, so now he right.
Right. And I think a lot of people don't understand when you grow up black, and I don't give a damn what neighborhood you grew up in. Hell, more so probably, as much as niggas hate to admit it, probably the kids that grow up in middle class and upper class neighborhoods, they probably got it rough. They be brainwashed a little bit, but then by the time they probably get our age, they like, what the fuck really happened? Because they done really been brainwashed because they done been around nothing but white folks all their life.
But, there is a lot of white kids that grew up in, like, the inner city. They don't think nothing like that. They don't think nothing like that.
Nah, because they know better.
They be ready to whoop some ass. So it'd be like,
man, because they know better, bro. Because they know better. But the rest of these folks, they just don't want to admit. But just think about it. If you got a whole system that's built off you dominating and getting paid off of what you consider to be a lower class group, why the hell would you let them out if you feel like you benefiting from it? And on top of that, just like you said, that sick and twisted dominatory mind frame that they have, they want to dominate all that shit. Well, what I was basically saying was, at the end of the day, the system of white supremacy is just so evil. And even with some of these white people, even some of the white people that aren't really racist to that degree, they benefit from it, man. So it's very, very hard for them to come off their pedestal and be like, you know what, these niggas is right, we wrong, we've been winning, it's time to make it equal. But that's just like saying
America was designed for us to be at the bottom, because the Asians come over here and get loans. Even the Africans come over here and get loans.
Nigerians. And I tell people that all the time. Not nothing against the Caribbean brothers and sisters and the Africans, but even my African homeboy tells me all the time, man, he's an older gentleman, he always let me, and I didn't understand it. But you know how we grew up thinking, dang, why do Africans hate niggas so much? Because the same propaganda they teach over here, when they go over there and colonize they countries in Africa, they teach them that the American black man ain't shit too. That's why they come over here with that attitude. And I used to wonder all the time. Man, I used to wonder what in the hell. Now that I'm older, I understand why a lot of women, I don't date Africans. I used to think they just didn't want to be submissive because, you know, Africans come up in a real traditional setting when it comes to that. But it ain't just that. They literally look down on black Americans. So it's a trip, man. It's just a trip, bro. It's multifaceted, man.
I mean, Elo, what you think about that shit, dog? I mean, white supremacy in America, how it structured everything that we live in, that we see every day, that we go through every day, and we normal to the shit, you know? Well, what you think about that shit? How we so normalized to this fucking...
Well, yeah, we so normalized to it, brother. I just feel like Cat Daddy said, Cat Daddy on the radio, he said some real shit. And he said that even though this America was built on blood, murder, all type of messed up evil, right?
Right.
We didn't choose to be here, did we?
Hell no.
We'll be in our motherland chilling. We didn't choose none of that. So we are who we are, but it'd be nice today to get rid of all these evil motherfuckers. Because there's a lot of people out here that care, my nigga. It's a lot of people out here that really work for their families and just be chilling, man. Not with none of this stupid shit. It'd be real nice to separate that from this. But you know me, I'm always keep it Yahweh, so I'm gonna go right into that. And that's why I think the purpose is, bro. Because Yahweh say you can't have peace without Yahweh. So when you look at all this stuff that's going on, the locusts is attacking the city, the tornadoes, the flooding, the killings of our black people, let our people go, Pharaoh. Yep. Babylon means
Donald Trump, Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Let our people go.
I don't even think it's Trump. Trump just a spokesperson.
Hey, Trump just a spokesperson. Look at his eyes.
Nah, it ain't Trump. They gonna look. You know what's funny?
Hey,
when all the white people go to space,
was half of that shit too. That's why it's legal. That's why it's legal for a man to run his rod in another man's rectum.
Let me just say this, and I'm gonna let it go with this. Look, Trump think he a part of that shit, but when all the white people try to go to space, while Yahweh got something for him, they gonna leave his redneck ass down here. He gonna be sick to the bitch.
He's not a redneck. He's an orange neck.
Orange neck ass motherfucker. They gonna leave his ass down here with the niggas. And he gonna think he's superior, right? The Rothschilds laughing like a motherfucking Trump right now. They in a group of the room and they fucking laughing. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. I mean, we touched the point.
Basically what Elo's saying is we just getting a precursor to some of the events that's happening in Revelation. And I agree with that too. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I don't know exactly what black people's role in it is, but it seems like we seem to be right dab in the middle of something more so than whatever I would have thought by learning about the Bible. But it dang sure seems like it's something different about us to where we seem like the most persecuted people on this planet, and the Bible mentions a group of people like that. That are God's people.
in the Bible it says, "For my people are lost; they do not know who they don't know who they are." So
True. We
when the
don't.
Bible when the
It sound
Bible
like
says
us.
that, hell yeah, and the Bible says you
Like
was
us.
gonna lose your land, you was gonna come into Egypt, which meant bondage. It says you was gonna come to a strange a land that's not yours. You won't speak your language. You will be sold unto man, and nobody will buy you back out of your, they said it sells bond men and bond women, and nobody will be able to buy you out your slavery. And that's in Deuteronomy 68, verse 28.
And it sure is true because a lot of white folks try to use the fact that the Bible did condone slavery, but that scripture right there lets you know at what level it was different. It was a time when slavery was when maybe you didn't have enough money to take care of your family, so you basically worked as an indentured servant, and then you could buy your way out of it, which is what that scripture was talking about. But what happened to us, you couldn't buy your way out of.
Hell no.
Exactly.
Well,
Well,
they took our
that's what the
name.
scripture
We
said,
didn't know our
though.
name.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
didn't know our
Scripture
name.
said
But
that.
hey, Flame, tell them, tell the world. You tell them you taught me. Tell them about the Nile, Kemet. Tell them about the first pyramids, where they came from before Egypt.
Oh, well, shit. If you got to study the now, man, if you look, bro, in Africa, there in the Congos, they have Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria has the Nile, but it's a blue Nile and the white Nile.
Mm.
And they go through Uganda. I got my globe.
It's all good. Everything up
But
there. I know
the
you're talking
first
about.
pyramids they started was in Sudan, which is under Egypt, and they had 284 pyramids. They were smaller, but that's where they started that technology from. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you got to understand, Egypt was just a
New York.
point. It was a pinnacle.
New York
where
of
they all
America
came-
type
yeah,
shit.
pretty
Las
much.
Vegas.
New York. Yeah.
Nigga, hit it, nigga.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let them know this shit. Because the world don't know, bro. Because I thought Egypt was like the place. Will you show me the fucking pyramids across the Nile, my nigga?
Yeah. It's fucked up. But
it's deep. We could go so deep into that.
Yeah,
It's
it's so much
That'll
shit
get
that-
so deep.
The internet cut off. Internet cut off.
Hey man.
Crazy, bro.
Hey, the last subject, man, is Trump pulling out the National Guard. He say if the governors or the mayors of certain states can't handle their situation, he gonna basically handle it for them so he can protect the citizens of America.
And
but they got all them FEMA camps and they got all them motherfucking coffins. And then this is my question. Okay, he gonna do that. He gonna do that. What kind of goddamn America gonna join an army to kill their own goddamn citizens?
That's what I wanted to know. Now, here's the thing about that. Whenever that's a good ass question. Now, you remember when they used to we hear about them doing them drills when they first started putting them FEMA camps up and shit?
Mm-hmm.
You know what they was doing them drills with? Them drills wasn't American National Guard members. They was foreigners. So it could be that when they start sending these motherfuckers over, they might hit us with a surprise. You know how we be allies to other countries and we go in and do shit? They may have, for example, we allies with France, I'm sure. They may have Frenchmen come in and do it because it's easier for them to do it because they don't have no family ties to us like that.
Yep.
But that would be my thought, just to answer your question. I don't know if that's what they gonna do, but that would make sense. Because I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking, well, damn, all of these niggas, white boys, niggas, everybody's in the military.
Mexicans, Asians,
Mexicans,
all of them in the
army. You
army.
mean to tell me that you gonna have them come in and spray up their own people? It can't happen. And I'm gonna tell you how I know that ain't.
Man, some of them brainwashed, bro. Some of them brainwashed.
Some of them are brainwashed, but you can't get enough of them to do it.
The free looking ass.
But I would suspect though.
I done dropped my light, bro. Fuck, bro.
But I would suspect they have some kind of foreigners do it, bro. That'll be much easier. I put it like that. Don't be surprised.
Man, fuck them white folks, bro. Fuck them white folks. It ain't their fault, my nigga. You know who fault it is? I told my wife this. My wife looked at me crazy. You know who fault it is? It's the black man's fault. It's our fault.
Explain.
I don't know about that, but go ahead.
Hey, nigga, we gangster, right? Hey, we gangster, right?
No.
Hey, we can pull up on our homeboys, right? Pull up guns, my nigga. We can motherfucking kick doors down. We can do all this shit, ride on niggas, right? We can shoot up motherfucking houses, right? We can motherfucking gang bang on colors, right? We can gang bang in the studio, right? Oh, nigga, you step on my shoe, nigga, you dead, right? Nigga, we can get gutter. Nigga, I'm a grown man about my kid, but we can get gutter, nigga. We can throw sets, right? Why can't we step up to these white cops, nigga? Why can't we punch off on these bitches? Why can't we put our knee on these bitches? Why can't, when George Floyd was on the motherfucking ground, why can't all the niggas step up and say, fuck this, nigga, I'm ready to die tonight, nigga?
That's
what we motherfucking slaves still. We whip, nigga. Bessie dropped a motherfucking egg, nigga.
It's funny
Bessie
you say
dropped
that.
an egg. Bitch don't drop no eggs no more. You black nigga. That's why.
It's funny you say that because me and ACD was talking about that yesterday. I mean, on the last episode, and I was like, shit, it's like niggas is zebras, and it's 100 of us, and there's one motherfucking lion getting the weakest link, and we all sit there and watch while he get his ass ate up. When the fuck we gonna stampede on a bitch? They was sitting there watching that man get choked. They could have grabbed a brick. I don't give a damn if you would have had a cup of ice. Dump some ice on a bitch.
I mean, but it's funny because it's like Elo said.
Spit on the motherfucker.
But here's the thing about it, dog, and it's always been like this. Think about when we was young and we was doing anything we wasn't really supposed to be doing. Did you really do it because you had to, or you was doing it for reputation? You see, we go off of the way the music and everything that we listen to, the environments that we grow up in. It's all about your reputation. So in these niggas' minds, and I know because I've been around young niggas, and I can think of one in my bloodline in particular, he won't go nowhere near the damn the chaos down there because in his mind, that ain't strike worthy. See, that's lame to them. The young niggas, when you young, you don't learn how important this shit is to you. Oh, just think about when we was young. It was cool to steal off on a nigga. It's cool to play letter B and open chest and all that bullshit. All that shit's cool. All that shit's cool because remember when you young, your mind move different. You got all this external information that's coming into you, depending on how your parents raised you and what your parents was going through. Remember, we grew up in crack baby age. So we had a lot of parents, aunties, uncles, all kind of shit that didn't have it together. Imagine they mindset when they young is different from when you get old. So these niggas ain't gonna really be able to relate to what's going on right now till they get our age, till they get older and they grow up. And this is what I had a conversation with my homie Big Rich about. Shout out LA. These young entertainers.
Shout out, nigga. Bring the party bus back, shit, nigga. Bring the party bus back. My bad.
These young niggas though, they have the ability. Just think about these young rappers, nigga. Just think about these young Dallas rappers, nigga. Right now in Dallas, these niggas got the power right now to have niggas ride on niggas. That's not even important. They actually got the power right now. And I was just telling my partner this: if these niggas came out with a clothing line right now. And these young niggas made it cool not to buy Gucci and Prada, but buy their product, which these niggas can do. You got to make it cool.
They try.
Good. They got to make it cool.
Hey, I can tell you, I'm going to tell you that how they try. My favorite Texas rapper, you got his apparel on right now.
Oh, Sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's up.
So they doing it. They doing it.
Right, but I mean, to the point to where though, but my thing is they got to get collectively and do it.
Well, niggas hate on each other real bad. And look, it's not just Texas. Nigga, this shit this is a African American disease where the black men hate the black men and the black men hate the black woman, the black woman hate the black woman, the black woman hate the black man.
It is.
Ain't that a bitch?
And I hate it. It is. And I hate it when people act like it's the black man that hate the black woman or the black woman. It's just a going revolving circle between all the trauma between that we all gave back and forth to each other. But you don't understand it. I'm telling you, bro. A lot of this shit have to do with age. When I think about the shit now when you be rolling. Nigga, cops don't even jump behind you as much as they did when you was young, bro.
Well, we not riding like we used to ride. We used to ride Grand Marquises and shit.
Yeah, but it was dirty.
All tinted up.
True, but at the same time, though, they still see us, though, nigga. If they want to get behind us, they can get behind us. Yeah. These niggas ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
We're like, before couples were biracial, we were biracial. Like, for real.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're right about that, though, bro.
Yeah, so I'm not, and I agree with him 100%, but you also got to remember that niggas be growing up in their gang culture, street strict life rules. Nigga, that shit is kind of a survival tactic. So it's not the same as saying let's go out and kill a white man. Now I do agree. It's very, very ironic that George Zimmerman can walk around, but you'll kill your homeboy over some shit or a chick.
Well, there's a
So I'm
double
saying,
standards in America.
right. I mean, but that's something that they implanted on us and created. That's some shit that we get through music, which we all guilty of because we do music. We talk about our past expressions and shit on the track. It ain't so good. But at the end of the day,
finish up. Oh shit. He's doing that shit again, y'all. Hold on. Let me swing this mouse. We're gonna get it back going. We're gonna get it back.